Yo, hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing something different. We're going to be reacting to a video on YouTube, and it will be how tech became so famous. And I'm curious to see this. I haven't watched the video. The video is from techquickie, so I'll leave the link in the description to their channel, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So let's get into it.
Apple, Google, Amazon, Facebook, and Microsoft combined are worth about 9 trillion US dollars,
Whoa.
which is way more than the entire GDP of Japan. Holy cow. But how did these companies get so freaking
9
big?
trillion. That's a lot of money. Wow, 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 wow. That's a lot of money.
Let's have a quick look at how each one of these tech titans grew to become a member of the industry's Big Five, starting with Microsoft, the first of the companies to be formed. Everyone knows Microsoft for Windows, but it was actually the earlier MS-DOS that really vaulted the company into international relevance, and here's why. Back in 1980, IBM needed an operating system for its new Intel-based personal computer, and got in touch with the company Digital Research to license an OS called CP/M, which had been around for a while and was written specifically for Intel CPUs. But surprisingly, IBM and Digital Research couldn't work out a deal, so Big Blue asked Microsoft to create an OS instead. Ironically, Microsoft didn't create one from scratch, but instead licensed an OS called 86-DOS, which was very similar to CP/M, and tweaked it to create MS-DOS. And by the time IBM released its original PC in 1981, Microsoft had already written lots of software for MS-DOS. The IBM PC took off in popularity quickly, and as a result, so did Microsoft's software. And as other computer companies created IBM compatibles, MS-DOS and later Windows quickly spread to those PCs as well, setting the stage for Microsoft to dominate home computing to this day. But there are plenty of Macs and MacBooks.
That's the reason why. Now I get it. That's why they're so. That's why they became so famous. I believe right now, if you buy a laptop without any operating system, it will be on MS-DOS. And if you want Windows, you'll have to buy it or install it later. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, that is quite interesting.
Books out there as well, so let's talk about Apple. Did you know they very nearly went bankrupt as recently as 1996? Apple was selling overpriced products, and that hasn't changed.
I saw a documentary for Steve Jobs, and it's the thing about bankruptcy for Apple was there. And if you're interested, go watch the documentary. It's really good.
But back then, their overpriced products were underpowered, and Apple had way too many of them, meaning consumers often didn't even know what they were buying. Apple had to do something drastic to avoid going under, so Steve Jobs was brought back in 1997, and he made a crucial decision. Partner with Apple's old rival, Microsoft! After Microsoft invested $150 million into Apple, Jobs simplified the product lineup and brought in Jony Ive to transform Apple into a design-focused company. The result was the original iMac in 1998.
It's so simple right now. It actually looks nice. Look at the borders right there. iMac. It actually looks quite good. Yeah. Then I love how the ports are on the monitor and not on the CPU. Yeah, that looks good actually.
Simple, attractive device that was extremely popular and kept Apple afloat, followed by the iPod in 2001.
Yeah, this is when they launched it and said that it stores 1,000 songs.
The iPod's practical design and clever marketing got the public to start thinking of Apple as a lifestyle brand, a perception that was cemented after the iPhone came out in 2007. Next up is Amazon, which started in 1994 as an online bookseller. Jeff Bezos chose books because
I'm amazed at how Amazon has just become so big right now. Wow, man. Amazon is just amazing right now. They have so many products, like Amazon itself, the shop, then things like Amazon Alexa, Amazon Music, Amazon Prime Video. I believe the books are now on Kindle, and yeah, and they also sell books in their store. Yeah, Amazon is just amazing, man.
It cost much to buy wholesale, and he believed there was a demand for books people had a hard time finding in physical stores. Turns out, he did it. as Amazon's online-only model let them sell a far wider selection of books than its brick-and-mortar competitors. This initial success allowed Amazon to buy more warehouse space and sell products like DVDs and toys. Again, the low overhead meant Amazon could undercut traditional retailers, and before long, Amazon had enough money to take chances on niceties like free shipping and one-click ordering, with the latter giving Amazon insights into customer behavior, a relatively ahead-of-the-curve idea at the time. But perhaps the most consequential decision was to make Amazon Web Services available to the public, as it was originally a system aimed at making Amazon's internal IT more efficient. This happened in 2006, meaning Amazon got ahead of the game in terms of cloud computing. This earned Amazon so much money that the
That's
company
actually a genius strategy. Now they were able to access more people. Oh wow, that is nice.
kept extending its tentacles into everything, from game streaming to movies to home security. But you could possibly consider Google to be the OG cloud computing company, as its first product, Google Search, is all about asking a computer in some distant location to fetch you an answer. Although Google wasn't the first search engine when it launched in 1997, it did something really cool that other search engines weren't doing. Instead of presenting results based on how many times your search string appears on a page, it looked at how many times other pages linked to a page in order to determine how relevant and important a search result was. Although Google's algorithm today is much more complicated, this innovation made it much more accurate and popular than its rivals. This made Google an appealing platform to
But right now, the way apps are cross-tracking among each other, and even Google is tracking your search results on other platforms, it has made the search bar really fast, because you find that if you're searching for a product, it easily recognizes what you're doing. For example, if you're on YouTube, maybe you are learning example, and maybe you are learning about operating system. So if you type in something on YouTube, then go over to Google search and type in something related, it will somehow to complete the question that you want, which I really find fascinating. And I really love the idea of that, which is really quite nice.
advertise on, and Google wisely kept its ads text-based for a cleaner look, meaning it could load results quickly, further boosting its popularity. The money it made off of search meant it could buy Android in 2005 and YouTube in 2006. And as important as smartphones and online video are now, the rest, as they say, is history. But it was Facebook that perhaps had the fastest rise to becoming a global superpower, as it was only founded in 2004. And even then, it was a social network exclusively for Harvard students. After expanding to other colleges, investors saw the potential in the platform, which opened to the general public in 2006. Because Facebook offered more features and less spam than its competitor, MySpace, it overtook the latter in popularity in 2009. By this time, Facebook had already become a very valuable company through ad revenue, and it put that revenue to good use in 2012 when it bought Instagram for $1 billion. Sound like a lot?
Did they buy it in 2012? I thought it was recently. Nah, really?
Well, it actually spent another $19 billion on WhatsApp just 2 years later because the service already had around 500 million users and was growing at a rate of 1 million new users per day. Not only has WhatsApp since become extremely popular in huge swaths of the world, but it's allowed Facebook to expand the reach of its other services as well. So, that's how the Big Five got so big. If only someone would have told me to invest in them earlier. And you should invest some time and check.
I actually thought that they bought it recently, so it was that long ago. Oh wow, that is nice. But Facebook has really been there for a while. I remember I joined Facebook in 2013, but I'm not even on Facebook anymore. But I hear there's some really cool features that people are now even game streaming on Facebook. Yeah, it has really progressed, man. And Facebook is really good right now. And they both bought WhatsApp and Instagram right now, which are dominating the platform. And Instagram is really taking over right now, and they're really investing their time. I'll be doing a video on how Instagram right now have been developing the app, and they have brought new updates. They've changed up the design a little bit, and yeah, I look forward to making the video and posting it right here. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something new. And leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe. I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm out. Peace.